Before Deestroying would absolutely destroy everyone at Logan Paul's Challenger Games, officially becoming the fastest entertainer alive and winning all 4 of the events he was in. Before Deestroying would choose to continue pursuing his YouTube channel, leading to the NCAA taking away his scholarship and kicking him off of his college football team.
Basically, I'm ruled ineligible because I refuse to demonetize my videos, some that I've worked so hard for, some that I've put blood, sweat, and tears into, some that I eat, sleep, breathe about.
Before Deestroying would have a YouTube following of over 1.6 million subscribers, over 500,000 followers on Instagram, and just under 40,000 followers on Twitter at the time of this recording. Before Deestroying would go viral for posting a video of him performing a trick shot, having it be featured on SportsCenter's Top 10 segment. Deestroying proved to the YouTube community, and possibly even the NFL, that he is hands down the fastest entertainer in the world. With dreams of making the NFL one day, the star athlete would take his talents to the University of South Florida, following a scholarship and a spot on the football team. Unfortunately, while playing for the team, Deestroying, who would document his football career on YouTube from a young age, would be given an ultimatum: delete or demonetize his channel, or be kicked off of the team. As many of you know, he chose to continue pursuing YouTube, which would lead to a lawsuit. He's currently playing for the CFL's Argos, but doesn't think he's on the team for the right reasons. We're going to tell you guys all about Deestroying's rise to fame and officially being named the fastest entertainer in the world, here for you on Before They Were Famous. What's going on, guys? I'm your host Jared Bronstein here today, and we'll be covering the world's fastest entertainer, Deestroying. Be sure to like this video, share it with a friend, maybe even tag Deestroying so we can invite him on the show. I mean, we are based out of Toronto. We've done other videos on both YouTubers and athletes in the past, as I'm sure you guys know, but I don't know if there's ever been a professional athlete YouTuber, so this might be a first. As always, you guys gotta let us know in the comments down below who to cover next. Today's trivia question is, what number did Deestroying wear in high school? You guys gotta let me know in the comments down below. We'll have that answer for you at the end of this video, but we gotta just jump right into it.
Before they're famous.
Before they were famous about.
That was a pretty good video.
I like what this guy does.
Look, Freddie, you did a great job.
Michael is never wrong.
So damn, that was cool.
How did he know that? Whoa!
Deestroying, real name Donald De La Haye, was born on December 2nd, 1996 in Limon, Costa Rica. I don't think it's Limon. I think it's Limon. I don't know. He is the son of Donald and Sharon De La Haye and has an older brother and a younger sister. And yes, him and his dad do have the same name, but I don't think they're doing the whole senior-junior thing. I think they just got the same name. Although he was born in Costa Rica, which is where he'd spend the early years of his childhood playing soccer with his older brother, Donald and his family would move to Miramar, Florida when he was just 7 years old. While living in Miramar, Donald would continue playing soccer, first in a rec league, but after he would destroy his competition, he'd move on up to travel soccer, which he would play for 3 or 4 years. Unfortunately, in 2008, Donald's grandfather would pass away, and the family would once again move. This time, they would relocate to Port St. Lucie. It wouldn't be long before Donald would befriend his neighbor after settling into his new home, and that would lead to the two of them playing basketball almost every day. This would lead to them becoming quite close as friends, and in high school he would convince Donald to try out for the football team. Although at first hesitant, Donald would eventually fall in love with the game and try out for the position of wide receiver. After not making the cut as receiver, he would be given the position of kicker, something he wasn't so into. He actually explains that toward the end of his tryout, the coach asked who could kick a ball. Donald didn't say a word with hopes of making the team as a receiver, but his old classmates from middle school were very quick to out him.
And then the coach was like, can anybody out here kick? And I know a couple kids from, middle school. They're like, oh yeah, Donald could kick, Donald could kick. I just snitched on me or whatever. He lined up a little ball or whatever and I kicked it. And ever since then, man, you're not doing nothing but kicking.
Donald would play for the Port St. Lucie Jaguars varsity team as a sophomore in the 2012-2013 season and a junior in the 2013-2014 season. While in high school, Donald would create his YouTube account, Deestroying, on June 5th, 2015, although he wouldn't upload his first video for almost a year. It's fair to mention he uploaded videos of him playing video games when he was 12 or 13 years old to YouTube, but I couldn't find his old channel. However, in November of 2014, Donald would actually go viral after a Vine of him doing a trick shot would go viral on Twitter. You guys remember Vine? This shot has Donald propping the ball upright by spinning it in his feet off the ground and then kicking it through the uprights, something that would see him be featured on SportsCenter's Top 10, as well as gain notoriety all over the US. It would also actually lead to a full ride to Florida A&M.
I rushed to my parents' room, woke them up at like 12:30 at night just to watch it. And actually that night I didn't even sleep. I was watching every time it replayed on SportsCenter. Overnight, it just got big. Like everybody's congratulating me, happy for me.
Around this time, Donald would also attend a handful of kick camps in hopes of getting recognized by other college teams who would be willing to give him a scholarship. One of these camps was with the University of Central Florida, where he would impress the coaching staff. He'd also attend the Coles Kicking Showcase, where he'd be ranked 11th punter and 13th kicker in the entire United States for his class. His performance at the showcase would lead to him getting offers from FIU, Marshall, South Carolina, Missouri, and other schools to name a few. Unfortunately, his full ride to A&M would be revoked after the team's coaching and scouting staff would all get fired. While trying to make a decision, his parents would get a call from the coach at UCF, where he would commit as a preferred walk-on, a school Donald loved from the second he stepped foot on the campus. He'd move on to campus on August 3rd and would start the fall camp with the team the next day. By August 5th, he'd be offered a full scholarship. Yeah, literally 2 days after moving in, and to no surprise, I mean, he's really good.
I didn't really think it would turn out to being like getting a football scholarship or anything like that. I just played the game for fun, but I mean, if I get a scholarship, I get a scholarship.
In his first YouTube video posted on May 11th, 2016, Donald would showcase his kicking ability, linking up with a fan from Instagram and kicking footballs, soccer balls, and even a rugby ball. His second video would document him and his new team getting ready for his rookie season at UCF, where he'd major in marketing. Calling it the Camp Chronicles, he pretty much vlogged his first few days at his new home, as well as with his brand new team, the UCF Knights.
The thing on? Hey, Coach Strock coming in a little bit. Hold on, he coming soon.
Yo, guys, what is this?
See that? That thing shiny,
You document?
Say what's up to the camera, Coach. You got Thank you.
He'd go on to spend 2 years with the Knights playing as their kicker while also building up a following online. He'd focus mostly on his YouTube channel, where he'd make videos or skits on football stereotypes, as well as what it's like being a football player at the college level. His channel would really start to take off after he'd be given an ultimatum by the NCAA in 2017, either demonetize the account or be kicked off the team for good. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, the NCAA has a very strict rule that players can't receive money for playing a sport. It means they can't do things like sign autographs for money or sell their jerseys for money. You guys get it, do commercials. They just can't make money. They are, however, given other perks such as scholarships. Still, it doesn't really make sense that these teams can make millions off of their players, while the players can't make any money themselves, especially while they're pretty much training the whole time to play for their team and they can't get real jobs.
But everybody else can make money. Everybody else
the school,
can make money.
Everybody else can make money off the athlete, but the athlete can't make money off himself.
That's the hypocrisy and the clarity of this. He is being told specifically, only we can make money off you being an athlete. You cannot.
Now, to clarify, the school didn't tell him to straight up demonetize his channel. According to a statement from the University of Central Florida, I quote, De La Haye would maintain his eligibility and continue to monetize his videos that did not reference his status as a student athlete or depict his football skill or ability. So that's like someone telling us, here at Before They Were Famous, that we could still have a YouTube channel and make videos, we just can't talk about celebrities, athletes, musicians. You get it. They pretty much told him he can't continue making videos about what his channel was built on. Football. So this left him with a tough decision to make.
I've been having to make the hardest choice in my whole entire life. Either stop playing sports or stop creating videos.
Now, around this time, Donald would get a ton of media attention from news outlets all over the US, and even sports shows and podcasts such as SportsCenter, Good Morning America, and USA Today, to name a few. As many of you know, he would opt to continue pursuing making monetized content on YouTube, which would lead to the NCAA, or more specifically, the UCF, taking away his scholarship. Now, I will say, although it was technically UCF who took away his scholarship and kicked him off the team, they were just the puppets being controlled by the NCAA. But here's the silver lining in all of this. The national exposure really got people behind Deestroying and his brand, which would see his following on YouTube absolutely explode. He had around 1,000 subscribers according to Social Blade in mid-April of 2017. By the end of September 2017, his subscriber count would be over 250,000. And in August of 2017, he'd sign with Whistle Sports, a sports media and entertainment company. The decision would also lead to Donald filing a lawsuit against his former school in July of 2018, which would be settled in November of 2018, allowing him to finish his education at UCF.
Kicker at UCF. He's making money? Hey, how much are we getting out of that? None. Hey, shut him down. No questions asked. Is he crazy?
Deestroying would go on to continue making football-related videos, such as impersonations of Ezekiel Elliott, Odell Beckham Jr., and Tom Brady, to name a few. He would also feature current NFLers in his videos, including the likes of Juju Smith-Schuster and Cam Newton, as well as score partnership deals with the NFL, EA Sports, and other large brands. He's been able to make YouTube his full-time job, especially after hitting the 1 million subscriber mark in November of 2018. So huge congratulations on that, man. But his professional football career would not end there. After making a ton of videos on YouTube asking for an NFL team to sign him, his wish somewhat came true. He attended a minicamp in April of 2019 and impressed his soon-to-be team, the Toronto Argonauts of the CFL. Alright, it's not the NFL, but I mean, it's still professional football. After officially signing with the team in May of 2019, he would be placed on the practice roster to start the season. This led to him making a video, which has many thinking the same as him. The Argos brought him on the team to gain some exposure.
They're not getting rid of me, but yet they're not giving me a chance to play. They're not giving me a chance to start. I don't know what the deal is. Everyone's cool. Everyone's still calling me YouTube, this and that, but YouTube ain't getting his shot to kick.
Now, he doesn't outright say it, but in his video describing why he isn't playing, he does touch on the fact that their social media following pretty much doubled since he joined the team. He also talks about how he was the next guy to play on the depth chart behind the starting kicker and punter should anyone get hurt or cut, which actually happened. But it led to the team signing other players or having other practice squad members jumping ahead of him on the depth chart, which really doesn't make that much sense. But in his defense, Deestroying straight up tells his viewers not to bash the team on social media. Although he appreciates the love, it's not the right move. Aside from his football career, Deestroying also has a few singles out with his best friend King Troy and sells merch, so be sure to cop some of that. Most recently, he stole the show at Logan Paul's Challenger Games, winning all 4 of the events he participated in, including the 100-meter dash and the 100-meter hurdle. Deestroying currently has a following of 1.6 million subscribers on YouTube at the time of this recording, and his channel has over 200 million views. He's only 22, has an incredible leg, and the charisma that should have every NFL team calling him. I think it's safe to say this man's going to have a long career, whether it's playing professional football or not. But I mean, if the Eagles want to sign this guy, I'm totally for it. Now, to answer that trivia question, what number did Deestroying wear while playing high school football? Well, it was the number 19. I'm not too sure why, I didn't really look into why, but if you guys want to know why, maybe just hit him up on social media and ask him. And that's all for this one, guys. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. If you guys liked the video, be sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Maybe share it with Deestroying because we'd love to link up with the man. He's playing for the Argos. We live in Toronto. I think it could happen, guys. Just tweet at him or tag him on Instagram or something, whatever you kids do nowadays. You guys can follow me on social media at Bron7 on Twitter or Instagram. I always answer your DMs. And as always, guys, check out some of our other videos. I'll see you in the next one.